What's up, y'all? Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the Coalition event, which is going to be for the entire community. So I'm going to go over how I thought it was going to be trash, but it ended up being a little bit better than I anticipated. But I want to go over all the intricacies of it, different events and tournaments that it's going to require you to do from a personal rewards perspective, as well as a group perspective. So let's do this. All right, y'all. So here I am on the Coalition event tab. I have 410 points earned so far with a ×1 multiplier. And for the visuals here, it does show mythical relic materials. That's definitely what you're going to want to go for. And the community rewards are not as bad as I originally anticipated. I thought they were going to be worse based on the video, but anytime you watch a video like that from Plarium, typically the events, it always says on somewhere on the screen in fine print, right? You got to read the fine print that rewards are subject to change. The event is subject to change prior to the event start. So keep in mind that, and it's always important to not just assume all the time when things can change. So these are decent rewards for the community. It is 1 primal, a 5-star chicken, a legendary skill tome, as well as an XP barrel. So as long as everybody's working together, we should definitely be able to get all the way through to the end to this avatar frame, which I know everybody's going to want that out there, especially the primal shard and the Lego book as well. So for personal rewards, you're going to want to try to push as far as you possibly can. And there are some good relic material, the Twisted Horns, and these are actually really good rewards, way better than I originally anticipated. They definitely updated these rewards and made them stronger. Now, the beginning, of course, is not that great. But as you get deeper and deeper, if you're playing consistently, you can get some really big rewards. 5 energy refill. Wow. They're being very generous with that one, huh? Typically, it's just 1. And then 100 gems. Not bad. I mean, you have almost an entire month to do this. They give you tons of time. You just need to make sure you're using your resources to get this done. So, and you have to kind of keep in mind the quests that they have. So if you're not paying attention to the quests, then you're probably not going to be able to get to the end of the milestone rewards, which at the very end, 20,000 is going to be the Twisted Horns that are mythical materials, gets you a shot at a mythical relic or a legendary relic. So that's big, plus a mythical tome at the end at 1910. You got Lego books, you got Primal Shard, you got Immortal Soulstone, you got a Void Shard. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I really honestly thought it was going to be worse originally just because of the video that I watched. But boy, was I wrong, okay? So good rewards. And then for the quests, spend 140 energy in non-gear dungeons. Fairly simple. Minotaur's Labyrinth if you need to upgrade their champions' masteries. Win 12 battles in any arena mode. Again, classic arena, super simple for everybody. Complete repeat quests 5 times, simple as well. A lot of these are very easy. These are repeat quests every 2 days, it looks like, maybe 3 days. I'm not sure if they reset every week. I assume they reset each week. Let me see. Some quests can be completed multiple times a day, and they will reset in 1 day and 19 hours. I assume these are going to be once a week. And then limited quests won't change and can be completed throughout the event's duration. So these will never change, and so they'll always be here. I've already completed the following. Clear stage 10 or higher of the Spider's Den on normal difficulty in less than 65 turns. Now I think that because of this, there is a possibility, there's a chance that there may become a time where they introduce stages 11 to stage 25 of hard mode dungeons. That is going to be crazy once they do that. And if they do that, I don't know if that's going to be a guarantee thing. I'm just guessing here. But something in me tells me that they may be bringing out stage 11 to stage 25 hard mode dungeons at some point. So, I mean, they have currently up to stage 25 in normal mode dungeons. So why not up to 25 for hard mode? But the issue is, like, some of these dungeons are going to be incredibly difficult. For example, hard mode Fire Knight up to stage 25. What is he gonna have, like 50 shield? They have to knock the shield 50 times. That's gonna be insane. I don't know if people are gonna be able to do that unless you're like top tier like super ultra end game. I don't know, but that would be really interesting though. Then you've got clear stage 10 or higher of the Minotaur's Labyrinth in less than 25 turns. Okay, so I've done that. And then earn 1 million silver from selling gear, done that. And then we've got, is that 1 million or 10 million? 1, 2, 3, no, that's 1 million. Upgrade champions ranks 10 times. Most of this stuff's pretty easy. Ascend champions 15 times. Kill 666 champions. I see what they did there. 666. Okay, be careful. Champions from the demon spawn faction. Any game mode wins only. Craft 30 artifacts at the forge. That should be simple. You do have Dark Fae rotation going on right now, which is like the best rotation in Doom Tower. Upgrade 3 rare or higher accessories to 16. That's easy. Upgrade 6 rare or higher artifacts to level 16. Yeah, so most of these are easy. Fully unlock Tholen Foulbeard's masteries is 220 points. Okay, so they really want you to go for this fusion. And if you're not going for this fusion, I'll just move myself out of the way so you can see it. It's right here. So if you can unlock his masteries, 220 points is a lot. Clear stage 10 or higher of the event dungeon using Tholen Foulbeard. That should be easy enough. Fully upgrade Tholen's skills. That's difficult. That is difficult because most players, I mean, you do have 3 weeks, 4 days, but will you get enough books in that time frame? If you're free to play or low spend, will you have enough books in that time frame? So a lot of these quests right here in the middle, the expert quests, are going to be difficult for people, especially if you can't get Tholen. So that means you're kind of already stuck and you might not be able to win the mythical materials. But if you're going for Tholen and you get Tholen, you have a higher chance of getting this mythical relic materials. Awaken Tholen Foulbeard to level 3 or higher. That's also a very difficult quest to complete. Earn 300 superior oils. That's easy enough. Superior extracts. Okay, so some of these are not bad. 36 million or more damage from Chimera on Brutal or higher. That's a little bit difficult for early game players. And then Elite. Awaken Tholen Foulbeard to level 5 or higher. Very difficult. Clear stage 30 or higher. Event dungeon using Tholen. Wins only. I mean, you can do solo runs and just throw in Tholen. He'll just die, but everybody else will survive. For example, I've seen already like Bronco made one where you can solo it with Euros Soul Cage. I've seen a few others, but yeah, I think Euros Soul Cage is going to be the one I'm using potentially for this, with a bunch of poisons like sent back to the boss. Survive 175 turns against the Hydra on Nightmare difficulty. Again, more of a mid-game, late-game type of thing, unless you get really lucky early on with very strong champions. So I don't think the rewards for personal are going to be doable to get to the end, potentially from a really early game perspective, unless you're playing it non-stop every single day, not skipping a beat, going for all the quests possible, making sure you're going for Tholen Foulbeard of the fusion and getting him. But I'm not sure if it's required that you have to get all the points possible here. So, and I think you can get 75 points a day in general. Let me just double check here. So it consists of 2 parts here. To receive the coalition progress, you must earn at least 1,500. So if you don't get 1,500 points over 3 weeks, you're not going to get these rewards from the community side of things. Personal rewards, okay. Personal progress can be influenced by point multipliers, which are earned collaboratively by all players. Okay, so as it seems like as this progresses, the multiplier for points goes up. Okay, so 1.1 multiplier for points. So it is doable as long as the community, basically the community is helping put other people on their back, right? So there are going to be a lot of people who go crazy that are late game, like myself, end game, who are going to try our best to push. And once we get to the 2 times multiplier, it's going to make the personal reward points that much easier to come by. So I think it is more doable for many people to get to the end and get those relic materials. It's possibly doable. I just don't know for sure. I would assume so, but I think you need to go for Tholen, maybe, to potentially do it. I would just go for him anyways. Like, he's going to be a good champion regardless on anybody's account, but maybe not for the super endgame whales, but for most other players. Like, the super endgame whales, you got to keep in mind, they're like the 1%ers of the game, so most other players are going to be able to use this guy to their advantage, like myself. So, yeah, I think it's, for the most part, doable. I like the rewards. I think they're a lot better than I originally anticipated. What do you think, though? Do you think these rewards are great? Do you think these expert and elite quests are overpowered? Because some of these quests, I will say, it's going to be tough to get a 5-star awakening on Tholen. I probably won't be able to get that. But, and I'm endgame, unless they make the Deck of Fate or wherever you get the 5-star awakening from him easy to come by. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Either way, I like this event in general. I think it's way better than I originally anticipated, and I do appreciate the rewards there as well as the multipliers that helps everybody in the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about the event, and I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts. I'll see you in a video soon. Take care.